Hello.
Hello.
I'm Mark. Here's Josh. We are Haunted the Truth. Unfortunately, Chris couldn't make it today. He's just looking after kids and whatnot. Because, we're not normal. We're not doing a podcast in a nice, cozy studio with proper microphones set up. We've decided to do the podcast sat in Snuff Mills.
Yeah, opposite an old insane asylum hospital.
Glenside, if you've not heard of it before. There's one thing that I wanted to kind of get into, especially being in Snuff Mills, because it's one of our most watched videos in that. There's a lot of people that try to come up with things like, oh, I think you guys are doing this and doing that. What do you think about, obviously you've got the fakes that are out there, so it's understandable why people would say stuff's fake. So there's that side of things, but what do you also think about when people try and call us out, even though we're saying it's Haunted the Truth and our first priority is debunk? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's like a mix of things. It's like there's so much over the top lying crap, I'll say crap, on the internet that people don't know what is real, but then there's also, because there's so much of that, when there is real stuff, you don't know if that is even real. You don't know what out there is proof and what out there is fake.
Who in their right mind is going to come down to a place like this for up to like 4, 5, 6 hours? We are about halfway through the two places. I can pop up a map or whatever to show the sort of distance into where the bridge is. We haven't gone to the bridge, but come down here, sit down here for that length of time. Most of the time nothing's happening, only to just rig it when the purpose of what we're doing is not rig it.
The reason people do it is because they can get views and shit, like they can just...
But I mean in terms for us, it's like, it doesn't make sense.
People don't know that we're honest people, do you know what I mean? I don't exactly look like an honest person. I'm sat in a Rick and Morty jumper with I just look like a white van man. I mean, no one technically, or we can't prove anyone actually has proper proof. Even if they do, there's nothing to really properly prove, why that thing walked across there or whatever. At the end of the day, cameras and video can do
all sorts.
So
there is the biggest thing, which is the person at home can now be a common editor. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to people and say that I couldn't do that, because I could.
I mean, you're the one who edits our videos, so
yeah.
Could it
but
be
would I waste the time? No,
well, no, because then
it's
me and Chris would be like, that didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, one, it didn't happen, and two, I think it would completely take away from my entire point, because I started Haunted the Truth, if you remember at the very beginning, to intentionally go into places to prove why they weren't haunted.
Yeah, exactly.
And come up with an explanation as to why. All I can say is when stuff happens, it happens. I've had people come along and I put pictures up and they say things like, that picture with the skeleton looking figure down at the bridge? I've had people say this, you've just taken down one of them big wooden men and set it up on the bridge.
But the thing is, right, as well, I don't want people to think that because I'm a complete pussy and I get scared of everything, that means that there's definitely something there. It's just me, I'm an absolute fanny. I've always been scared of the dark, and my mind always plays tricks on me and stuff. And do you know what I mean? If anything, I'm more worried about actual crazy people being there, especially with what's going on at the moment and all the stabbings and stuff. I'm just scared of the dark, and sometimes, like most of the time, obviously, I'm running away from real stuff, but sometimes I'm running away from stuff that we've heard, and I've just, my body's gone, no, that's it, I'm gone.
It is the natural response to go, right, what, especially if something gets chucked at you and you can't see where it's come from.
Yeah, and that's happened quite a bit, to be fair. And
we've come to the place where that happens an awful lot. And you could be talking like we're talking now. It could even happen during this. That's what's crazy. We could be sat here like this now, and something could genuinely just get chucked.
People won't believe it, because it's just what the internet's like. The people who like us and stuff, obviously some people will be entertained. Other people will be like, they're cringy and they're crap. And other people will be like, I believe what they're doing, and other people will be like, oh, they're faking it. But what we've just got to do is hope that
I got out of my way,
believe it.
Like going by my last video, I got out of my way to find the fakers now.
Yeah.
So because they anger me. because the amount of effort.
Well, that's the thing. It ruins my watching as well, because I go online and I always watch stuff, you know, about sightings or people doing some urban exploring and they've caught something somehow. Do you know what I mean? And just like I said, because the way the internet is, I don't know now if one of these people is faking it or whatever.
You don't.
But
just for views.
Yeah, but it's
smack that like button.
Yeah, especially
you know what I mean?
when I see someone who does like a top 5 and I'm like, oh, they've usually got videos I've never seen before, and then you get one that you have seen and you know is fake. I go, well, I don't want to watch these anymore, because I'm like, if that one's got through, you know, through the net, and this guy, or maybe this guy's just giving in now and he's just putting up fake videos.
Sometimes people do a top 5 and it might not even be their videos. You got that guy, I don't know if you've seen him, he's like, at number 1.
Oh yeah.
We have
number 15. So many people have seen ghosts everywhere. And you're like, why do you talk like that? I used to watch him all the time, but
these
now
videos they're alright, there's stuff that's in them.
Yeah, he's done some good videos. That's the problem.
I could hear something down there.
I can hear something as well. I'm trying not to.
What was it you?
I thought I heard stepping a minute ago.
I heard when you were chatting away. Then I could hear it. Hear something moving about. Yeah, so I was like, what I was saying now. We're at Snuff Mills. I mean, foxes can. See, I'm doing it now. Literally, we're sat here not doing a thingy, and I'm doing it now. I'm going, no, it's not. It's a fox. So, I wanna kind of address like what people actually want from us, because we have a community stuff, and people like sometimes say things to us, but we don't really get too much from the community side of things, apart from the odd person, like, and I don't mean the YouTube stuff. I mean the Facebook page and that. Admittedly, not everyone has Facebook, but
I want people to give us maybe an idea of where they want us to go, what they want us to do while we're there, if they got any tips for us, if they want us to stop doing certain things, you know what I mean? Just anything really.
So we got one here from what's the name?
Junius Vindex. Probably, like they say on the YouTubes, absolutely butchered that.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm a fellow West Country yokel.
Yeah, yokel, I don't know.
As a photographer and video photographer of 35 years, I've seen many of your videos, and although my lifetime, I can't read now, and although in my lifetime I've had 3 paranormal experiences, I liked your Poltergeist house footage, and this footage with the cross on the bridge seems like it could be in reverse. Not that I don't doubt any of your footage, but the cross looks a bit sus.
I don't think I was actually there when the cross.
No, you weren't. This predates us completely. So this goes back to the Bristol second site, who were another team that came down here. Chris happened to be with them at the time. He wasn't. It's not his team.
I've watched that video and I thought the cross looked sus as well.
It does look very sus.
Own team member just going, that looks sus. I'm not.
Now, I put it in anyway because Chris was there with them. Yeah. And Chris said to me that the camera was set up on the rock, facing the rock. They left it there, and the cross moves across and it flies off into the air. And I can only go off of his honesty based on that. I can't say it's real or not real based on what I've seen or not seen, because I was not there, and I don't think it would be fair for me to say that. We've got a lot from Bill, right, is our top... Yeah, he's our top comment. Don't laugh.
Is his name just Bill on YouTube?
Bill, I can't remember pronounce his last name.
What's it? Bill Carroll. I was laughing because I was like, if he's got just the name Bill on YouTube, then he's like an original.
The original Bill.
He's the original Bill. Bill Carroll is the original Bill.
We got this one from Paradox Files. One thing I would do in an investigation is take a lot of photos around the area where you're investigating. You can see where objects have come from. There are too many gaps in evidence chain where tampering or other conclusions could be made. It's a question of like what's happening behind that camera, what's happening over there, you know, where is this, what's going on there, where you filmed it, it's happened, but who was near that object, like the bell for example that came off this wasn't what
I can hear stuff moving around.
One of them we actually caught the bag being kicked by something.
Yeah,
And there's clearly nobody there then. But the people are going to say, oh, but where's the view of you guys? How do we know you didn't chuck something at it?
Dog face, man. Get him.
What was it?
What
was the toy?
No, the toy's there. Something got thrown or something fell over, but it was heavy.
Now, this is the thing, right? Unless I rig an area up completely, 360 cameras in every direction, and which I don't have the money for, by the way.
Yeah, we're not most haunted. Like, do you know what I mean? What you're getting is the best we can do with our limited, not so much camera experience, do you know what I mean? And our limited...
Especially you.
Yeah, exactly.
Your camera's mostly on the floor.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, because I'm shitting my pants, not thinking about where I'm filming, because we're very real. You know what I mean? I can't be any different, and I'm not about to sit here and do this to fake stuff. I'm just, because it's not worth it. I'm here to maybe have a heart attack, but in the process, hopefully prove something or see something, that proves that there's ghosts out there, or maybe that if all of a sudden I'm religious, the next day I'm not religious at all. If anybody, I don't believe in no religion, nothing. But if I'm religious at some point, and I will tell you it's because I've seen something that's changed my view on the perception of the world and stuff.
I think with me, it's because people always say, "Oh, what's enough for you?" They want to know really where my stance is, and I think a lot of the viewers would want to know exactly what I think, because I'm a little bit contradictory. I think in the way I'm physically acting comparative to the way that I sometimes say things.
Yeah.
One side of me is going, well, there's something there, because things don't happen for no reason.
Yeah.
And the other side of me is going, but this could be the rational reasons.
Yeah.
And then they're in conflict with each other.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, you can't say anything until you've had experience it. And anyone who does know, if they've had something like that, it could be a lot of people that don't really believe in it, but they've had stuff happen or whatever, and until it happens, you don't really know how it feels. Like, that sounds really over dramatic, and I'm like trying to play a victim, like, oh my god, I've had a ghostly experience, help me. But it's just like, I want something to top that now. But what I've also thought to myself is, if I'm sat in a room and some demonic presence comes out at me and like shows it, I will have some sort of heart attack. I started dropping the F-bomb there, you might have to beat that, but I will have a heart attack. Like, I've realised now, if I proved, I could prove something, but could come at the price of my sanity.
What we can say, which I think we can both agree with, is there's definitely something here in Snuff Mills which is doing something, but on the same token, because now we've been conditioned to always expect something because we've had something, that's always in our minds now. So our minds are already set to that heightened stage. So we've also got to,
bring ourselves back down.
Back down, so we don't assume everything is paranormal. And the conclusion, that's basically the conclusion of what we do as a group. Anyway, we'll probably wrap it there. Yeah, and
it's getting a little
it's actually
bit
Baltic, and
it's raining a bit as well.
I don't think that's rain. I think it's just a mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the mist in the air. We come down here on a foggy, misty night as well for some reason.
Because it's Hallow's Christmas.
If you would like to hear any subjects of us talking about anything, have any questions, want us to, discuss things on comments and such like that, then just drop a comment in there. As always, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos. And thank you so much. I've been Mark.
I've been Josh. Thank you very much.
We are Haunted the Truth, and good night.
Good night, goodbye.
Or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this.
I'm so
Da-da-da.